Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at one of the most mysterious, beautiful, and underrated symbols in global art, the three hares. You might have seen it before, three rabbits chasing each other in a circle, each sharing one ear with the next. It looks simple, almost like a puzzle. But what makes this design truly amazing is that it appears in nearly identical form in completely different cultures, thousands of miles apart. It traveled from the ancient East all the way to Europe, changed its meaning completely, and still kept its original shape. This isn't just a pretty pattern. It's real, living proof of how civilizations exchanged ideas across the Silk Road. Let's unpack the full story. First, let's look at the design itself. The three hares form a perfect, endless loop. They're arranged in an equilateral triangle. Each hare shares one ear with another, so you only see 3 ears total, not 6. They chase each other in a cycle, creating symmetry, balance, and a feeling of eternal movement. It's visually clever, mathematically satisfying, and spiritually meaningful. That's probably why it traveled so far. The earliest confirmed example of this symbol comes from the ancient Dunhuang Caves, an important Buddhist site from the Sui dynasty more than 1400 years ago. It appears in the center of a painted ceiling, known as a caisson ceiling. For the Eastern culture that created it, this symbol carried several layers of deep meaning. First, it reflected the Buddhist idea of the cycle of existence, past life, present life, and future life. The endless chase of the hares mirrors the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Second, it connects to traditional Eastern philosophy, which teaches that 3 gives birth to all things. The number 3 represents harmony, creation, and the natural order of the universe. Third, the hare has special symbolic meaning. In traditional cosmology, hares are linked to the moon and seen as a yin water symbol. The ancient craftsmen who painted the caves used this on purpose. The ceilings were made of wood, which can burn. By painting water-associated hares there, they expressed a wish for protection, using water to overcome fire and keep the sacred cave safe. So in its original home, the 3 hares stood for cyclic life, cosmic harmony, protection, and spiritual peace. Then something remarkable happened. This small, elegant design began to travel. Along the ancient Silk Road, the great network of trade paths that connected Eastern and Western worlds, the 3 hares moved westward. It appeared on textiles, pottery, metalwork, and carvings. It passed through Central Asia, the Middle East, and finally reached Europe. By the Middle Ages, the 3 hares could be found in churches, cathedrals, manuscripts, and household decorations across England, France, Germany, and beyond. But here's the twist. When the symbol arrived in the Christian world of Middle Age of Europe, people kept the visual design almost exactly the same, but completely changed what it meant. They reimagined it to fit the most central idea in Christian theology, the Trinity. In Christian belief, the Trinity describes God as 3 distinct persons, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, who are separate yet perfectly one in essence. They are not 3 gods, they are one God in 3 persons. And the structure of the 3 hares fits this idea almost naturally. You have 3 individual hares. They are clearly distinct, but they share ears, connect to one another, and move together in a single, unbroken circle. You cannot separate them without breaking the whole design. To medieval Christian thinkers, that was a perfect visual metaphor. So they reinterpreted the symbol. The 3 hares represent the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. The shared ears represent their unity and indivisible nature. The number 3 already had strong sacred meaning in Western culture, so this Eastern design fits smoothly into Christian art. It began appearing in important religious buildings, carved into stone, painted into ceilings, woven into stained glass, and drawn in prayer books. In the East, the 3 hares meant cycle, rebirth, harmony, and protection. In the Christian West, the same visual symbol meant the 3-in-1 God, unity, eternity, and divine mystery. Same shape, different story. That's what makes the 3 hares so special. It's not just a coincidence, it's not just a lucky similarity. It's a clear example of cultural exchange, a design that traveled, adapted, and survived because it was beautiful, meaningful, and visually strong. Today, you can still find the 3 hares in both its original Eastern forms and its later European versions. Museums around the world preserve these artifacts. Ancient caves and medieval churches still show the same 3 chasing hares. And when you look at them side by side, the connection is impossible to miss. So what does this tell us? The story of the 3 hares teaches us that cultures have always shared ideas. Long before planes, phones, or the internet, people traded goods, stories, art, and symbols across vast distances. A design born in a sacred Eastern cave could travel thousands of miles and become a sacred symbol in European churches. The form stayed, the meaning changed. Both versions matter. This isn't about one culture taking something from another. It's about exchange, adaptation, and respect. It's about how a single image can carry different truths for different people, while still remaining beautiful to everyone. The 3 hares remind us that art and symbols are among the most powerful connectors in human history. They cross borders, languages, and religions. They survive empires, wars, and centuries. They keep speaking to us, quietly but clearly. 3 hares, 3 ears, 1 endless circle. From the ancient caves of the East to the stone carvings of medieval European churches, this little symbol has traveled farther than most of us will ever imagine. And it's still here, still chasing, still connecting, still reminding us that we have more in common than we often think. If you love these hidden stories of art and history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll keep uncovering the secret symbols that shaped our world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.